Yes, why did you stop? Internet is full of excitement, people jumping, almost being killed, avalanche, so many exciting things. You can keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. But something in you feel that's not enough. That's why I want to share this video with you. When you connect to your spirit, when you connect to the ability to heal yourself through energy, through awareness. Because when you go inside, actually, it's very exciting, but it's exciting in its peace, in its tranquility, in its connection with life. So I hope you enjoy this video. Blessings. Recently in my work, it's become more and more clear for me that for us, in order to maintain health and to maintain well-being, we must acknowledge that we are part of creation, that we are part of all there is. And I see health and spirituality completely connected. Yeah, I just want to share a few words about my own journey. And I start my journey more on the spiritual path, I would say. And then when I kind of got back on earth after quite an intense time in India, I thought, how can I marry spirituality and livelihood? And I realized that I'd like to study some kind of alternative medicine. I started through shiatsu, reflexology, then Chinese medicine, and then the road led to yoga, meditation, qigong. So the healing and spirituality start to merge together, and it's obvious to me that they must work together. And if we see in the old tradition or old cultures that lived on this planet, they always connected the awareness of totality or infinity and the way the universe and the cosmos manifesting with our existence as human being. So it's obvious to me that we must acknowledge this connection in order to feel well, in order to feel healthy, happy. Now, it's not that there is a magic that if you are spiritual and if you're connected to all there is, then nothing will happen to you in your life. But whatever happened to us in our life, we can balance it much faster, okay? Because we have a much wider awareness of who we are and us as part of all there is. Good. So I just want to start and talk about this point as above, so below. This idea is that everything is connected together, yeah? And the way our body function has similarity in the way the universe function. And if we go from alternative medicine or classic medicine, for example, if we look at Chinese medicine, applying this concept, we can see that in ear acupuncture, for example, each part of the ear represents a different part of the body, and you can put needles in that part and affect other parts of the body. Same hold with reflexology, same hold with Korean acupuncture that is only in the hand, and they map the whole body only on the hand, and then again you can manipulate the points relevant to other parts of the body on the hand and get good results. Another technique that manifests as above so below is in Chinese acupuncture, for example. They use, for example, the whole arm to represent the whole body, and then the head will be the palm, etc. And this will be more the upper body, and this will be more the lower body. So we can see this correlation of everything reflects everything everywhere. Okay, and this brings us closer to the idea or the logic between the title of this lecture, aligning spirit and health. Meaning that if I'm aligning with the totality, the chance that the totality and my system will be completely in an ebb and flow are much better. So I would like to talk a little bit about the mind and awareness. Because really it's all about the programs. It's all about what we telling ourselves, aware or unaware of our existence, that really allows us to feel this unity with all there is. Only that. So let's talk a little bit about mind and awareness and the perception of creation. So it's very important to understand and to experience that actually our mind is completely stretchable. It can be, or it can focus on the tiniest thing there is, any part of our body, for example, or any object that is tiny, and it can expand to the whole creation. This shift in awareness, expanding consciousness or shrinking consciousness, only depend on the mind and or on our decision that that's what we want to do, to shrink or to expand. Our existence is completely defined by that, by identity. Our original identity and our defaulted identity is I am me, meaning I am this body, I am this mind, I am those thoughts and those emotions, or any other experience that I'm having. So for example, if I ask you now to connect to your abdomen, immediately you know where your abdomen is, and you will not go to my abdomen, you go to your abdomen. Because the mind, by default, saying I am this body, and anything that I need to experience through this body, meaning that I'm me. Okay? The same if we have an emotion. If suddenly I feel anxious or angry or love or any emotion, immediately I'll say it's my emotion, my anger, my fear, etc. If I have thought, I can say I'm observing that my mind is quiet or is moving fast or is positive or is negative. Again, we're observing the mind. Okay? So always, by default, relating to this form we call me, as me. But if we investigate it a little bit slowly, we can easily realize that actually what we're referring to is actually awareness that's located in the mind, observing things and kind of thinking, this is me. But this is only an idea. Really, it's an idea. When we sleep, we don't say, I'm sleeping, we just sleep. So meaning when the senses are not really functioning and alive, then we don't have an aware that, or we are not aware that I'm me. So my existence as me depends on the identity I'm me. When we start to meditate and to kind of expand consciousness and move beyond this physicality, we start to be aware of energy. Okay? And then we start to recognize more subtle sensation in the body, different movement, different vibration. Some people see colors, some people feeling different things that are more subtle than the physicality of our experience or our life. And then we call it energy. But still, even when we refer to the chakras, we say my heart chakra, my aura, etc. But this connection of higher vibration already brings us a bit away from this kind of complete glued attitude, default attitude that I'm me. Okay? So we're starting to expand consciousness into the world of energy. And then some of us start maybe to connect to angels, my pain, my suffering, Marita. Okay, later we connect. Oh yeah, thank you, my pain, my suffering. Exactly that. Thank you for adding that, yeah. So when we're connecting to, just a minute, I lost it a little bit, Marita. So if people want to add something, maybe later, because then I lose the track. Okay. Just connect 1 minute. Yeah. So when we start to expand and we start to be aware of energy in much larger scales, meaning, for example, we are aware of Reiki energy, we're aware of angels, we're aware of spirit, we're aware that the energy just comes in through our body. We start to be aware that there is a wider spectrum of existence beyond me and me. Then things start to change. And it's a natural process that our soul, our spirit going through as we expanding. It's a process that must happen to each and every being, not only human being, yeah, even a fly. Every soul must rise and unite with the light, and that's really the main reason why we are here together tonight or this morning, wherever you are. Yeah? Only because of that. Because something inside us is yearning to this unity completely. And we're realizing that all what we have and what we can get will not give us that. So something in us pushes us more and more and more towards the light. Like any other plant, like anything on planet Earth, we're growing to the light and we're living by the light and through the light. So even when we start to connect to a higher energies and to awareness that actually there is energy moving in and out, we're still in ego sense. Yeah, what does it mean? It means that when I'm connecting, for example, to a light that's coming into my body from the heaven, it's still the light coming to my body. Yeah? Or when I'm recognizing the aura, so as Marita said, my pain, my suffering, it's not my pain and my suffering, it's my aura and my heart chakra, but still it's mine. Yeah? So it's very important to understand that when we start to become aware of this process, yeah, we start to understand that who we are is actually who we're thinking we are, and who we defining ourselves as us, or as me, or as I. So obviously, in order to function on this planet, we must have ego, because otherwise who needs to eat, who needs to go to the toilet, who needs to fill up or fulfill up all our needs. Yeah, it's through this identity with this form that we're doing all those things. But we have to understand that this is nice, but we should not limit our existence only to that. Meaning that when we expand consciousness, we can understand, see, and have a direct experience through meditations that actually my consciousness can expand to infinity. Yeah? It doesn't have to stay in the body, it doesn't have to stay in the aura, it doesn't have to stay even in the center channel or in communication with gods, angels, and spirits. Yeah? It can expand to the whole, I'd say whole creation, but actually with no limits. And then, exactly then, that's what's happening, is this aligning spirit and health. Okay? Because when the mind is expanding completely with no boundaries, then the energy starts to flow in and out with no restrictions. Now, what are the hindrances in that process? Because obviously it makes a lot of sense that this will happen. The main hindrance is the psyche, is the psychology, is our tendencies, again, to connect to my pain, my problem, yeah, and to the ego identity. Because it's extremely, extremely powerful, and it's holding very powerful programs in our psyche that constantly pulls us into identity, and from this identity we interact with the world. As a result, it's very important to establish some kind of practice, let's say meditation, in which we can practice this complete connection. And I want to give a little bit of more theory. I mean, this is not a PowerPoint presentation, so I cannot show you exactly, but I prepared this thing, for example. I hope you can see it, because it's the screen here, it looks opposite, but maybe for you not. Okay? But basically, what we're seeing here is like a triangle of from something which is the most dense energy to nothing which is the most expansive no form energy. On that triangle we can place any phenomena either in the body or in the existence, and see its more physical part and see its less physical part as it goes to nothingness. Yeah. So when the creation, when God created the world, the universe, yeah, he said, and there will be light, and there was light. Yes, so there was an action of creation, in a way, from nothing start to become something. If we look at the body, for example, and the physicality of the body, we can recognize the bones, which is the most hard, and then in the bone there is bone marrow, for example, and then we have, let's say, muscles. It is a bit softer tissue than the bone, or maybe before the tendons. It is a hard tissue, but softer than the bone, and then muscles, and then we can say maybe connective tissue, and then we can go more into some liquids or fluids in the body that are more thick, viscous, and then we go to more light fluids. Yes, so we're going again in that slowly expanding, and then we can go into, let's say, hormones. We can go into the whole nervous system. Yeah, so slowly we come into lighter and lighter and lighter expression, and then from, let's say, the nervous system, which is, let's say, light in the physical body, we go into the meridians, which is the energy inside the physical body. And then from that, we can move more into the into the chakras that are still sort of located in the body, but actually emanates completely outside. And we can find the chakras also here and here and here and here, actually in the whole creation. And then we can go to the aura, okay? And then we can expand further and further and further until we get to no thing. So when we think, or we ask ourselves, where do I end? And I can say, oh, I end, if I don't have energy awareness, I say I end in my skin. If I have energy awareness, I say I end in my aura. And more, I'm ending, bigger, bigger, bigger. So basically, where I'm placing my awareness, there's a sense of endingness. But again, this is only because the mind is conditioned to think that this is it. Yeah? But if we investigate and meditate and become more and more aware, we see that actually we don't end. Hence, when I'm asking myself, how do I feel and who am I? So depend what I'm talking to or what I'm facing or focusing my awareness on. Yeah? I can look at my emotions, I can look at my physical body, or I can look at my spirit, or I can look at infinity. Yeah? So I can, with my awareness, easily create this awareness of the spectrum of existence from something to nothing. Yes, so I can easily expand to infinity. Now, when I'm expanding to infinity, it's not enough that I'm only in meditation. If I want to connect to that aspect of aligning spirit and health, I need to be aware of the spectrum as a living spectrum. Okay? Because normally when we meditate, especially when we do mindfulness meditation, let's say I'm closing my eyes and I start to become aware of my breath and moving through different parts of my body, and slowly, slowly I'm bringing awareness to the whole body. Okay? Maybe even to the aura. Okay? But when we do this infinite spectrum type of awareness, it's very important that the mind will develop the ability to become infinite in its perception. For example, in the room that you are sitting or where I'm sitting, yeah, I can focus only on something, let's say this pen, or on the screen, or I can focus on the whole space of the room, including the pen or the screen. Yeah? So that's what I'm referring to when I'm saying we have to teach our mind to be aware of a spectrum, yeah, between me and infinity. Yeah? Now, my body doesn't stop, as I said, not in the physical and not in the aura. My real body is the whole creation, you as well. And you are my body, I'm your body. Body and body. Yeah? We are all infinite and we are all a part of everything. So, in order to have this complete exchange of energies, yeah, I must be aware that I am all there is, as well a human being. Yeah? So it's not either I am infinite or I am a human being. I am both infinite and a human being, and all the spectrum between, let's say, these two, which are not two, it's one. Let's just take a minute, or just a few minutes, to experience what I'm talking about. Okay? So let's just sit comfortable and take just a few deep breaths just to connect to this present moment. And let's use the breath to guide us. So let's follow the breath and try to feel through the breath the presence of our physicality. Try to feel that the breath are occupying slowly, slowly the whole space of the body. Don't need to breathe deep especially, but just be aware of that. Wonderful. Now let's continue using the breath to expand beyond the body. So we're inhaling to the body, and when we exhale, let's visualize that the body expands further and further out. And because it's all in the mind, it's all actually images. So when we exhaling, we can say in our mind, I am a sun, exhaling into the whole creation, meaning I am illuminating the whole creation, and the whole creation become infinitely bright and sunny thanks to this expansion of my exhalation. Okay? So again, we inhale deep into the body, and then we exhaling into the whole creation. It's all in the mind. The whole creation is in the mind. If we say, I am infinity, yeah, my existence is the whole creation, that's it. It is like this. So when we exhaling, we affirming and we acknowledging that I am all there is, including this physical form. Now, our physical form functions the best, the very best, when each part of it is also connected to infinity. The cell will function the best, the tissues will function the best, the emotion, the mind, everything. Let's try it out. So let's start with the mind. So the main mental activity normally is in the forefront of our brain. Let's inhale to that area, and when we exhale, we visualizing again that this area become infinitely wide in the size of the whole creation. And if you need affirmation, you can say, when you exhale, my mind is expanding to the size of the whole creation. I know I do it faster, when we meditate we do it much slower, but just to get the idea and hopefully to get a sense, a glimpse of that. So let's go into the heart chakra, center of the chest, and we do the same. Let's inhale into the heart chakra, and then when we exhale, again we're affirming that my heart chakra expands to the size of the whole creation. And again, it's like sun that shines and illuminates the whole creation with intense light. Beautiful. Let's go to the second chakra, below the navel, above the pubic bone, and do exactly the same. Inhale. This time, just to make it more powerful, we can visualize it when we're inhaling, we bringing the life force through the breath from the heaven, through the crown into the second chakra, and from the earth through the pelvic floor into the second chakra, as if they are alchemizing the air. And when we exhale, poof, it goes to all direction like the most beautiful sun. Okay? And now to help, if we have a specific discomfort, let's say emotionally we feel a bit sad, let's say, yeah? So it means that the heart chakra is probably more tense and dense than it should be, but that's what it is. So let's say focus again on the heart chakra. If it's still not responded, and completely open, we can focus there. But if you feeling maybe physical discomfort, yeah, let's say you have some low back tension, you can inhale and exhale into the whole creation, your lower back. Yeah? If your mind is still not soft and relaxed, you can do the same with your mind. Okay? So just let's take a minute and each one of us can direct the same technique into the area that they feel is needed. Okay, now because if we go back to this triangle that I showed you, it has physical aspect, it has infinite aspect. Also when we meditate, when we go deeper in, it's important to recognize that we can go through stages from physical to non-physical. For example, when I sit and meditate, many times my body starts to move like this. Yeah? This is physical reaction of the body to the energy. Then we start to work with the breath. Again, this is more using the breath in order to relax, but it's still quite physical. Maybe we can continue the meditation and you can experience what I'm talking about. Okay, so we've been in the breath, with the breath. The second level after the breath is vibration. Okay? So when we are aware of vibration, yeah, it moves us closer to no thing. As a system will synchronize with no thing, yeah, as clear as possible, the system will undo tension the most profound. So let's connect to vibration and try to feel how the body vibrating. The easiest normally to feel is the hands, the feet, the toes, the palms. And then we, as you're aware of that, we start to move the awareness into other parts of the body And ideally, we want to invite the whole body to vibrate. Yes, so our mind now holding the whole body and is aware of its vibration. Now, just for our knowledge, this vibration is actually a form of stagnation, yeah? It's more subtle than emotion, it's more subtle than pain, but it's energy that is not balanced. That's why we're going to feel it in one place more than other, because the energy is more accumulated in that area. Okay, but as we are aware of the whole body, the energy start to harmonize, yeah, and balancing all over the body, because always excess of concentrated energy, we look for diffusion into low concentration of energy, always like this. Okay, and now we're expanding outside the body without losing the vibration awareness in the body. So we are aware of in the body and outside the body. Yeah, the aura is vibrating and inside the body vibrates, and these sensations start to connect. Now, if you cannot feel vibration, not everybody can feel vibration, and you see colors, for example, you work with colors, it's the same idea. Good. And now we're expanding further, and as we mentioned earlier, my body is the whole creation, so my creation body or cosmic body is vibrating. Yeah? So now you're feeling that the whole creation vibrates, and your body, of course, included in that. And this is the classic, what I'm talking about, exchange between all there is and our physical existence. But this is still a little bit low vibration. Yeah? The most higher vibration cannot be felt. Yeah? So as long as we feel, it means we are still on a low vibration that we would like to be. So we're moving higher now. And then the higher vibration is awareness. Only awareness. Don't look for vibration now, because what you're looking for is what you're going to experience. Okay? So just be infinite with your awareness. Yeah? So now the energy is vibrating much in higher altitude that is not felt so much. It's more in a knowing state versus experiencing state, something like this. Also we're experiencing, but it's much more subtle. You just say, I am all there is. I am all there is. But I'm not looking for the breath to confirm or the vibration to confirm. It's a knowing. Again, in that kind of high altitude of vibration, if any part of you is still kind of dragging into tension, into density, invite that part to unite. Again, if we feel some emotion, I'm inviting my heart chakra to unite with infinity. And like this, any part of you. Okay, so through awareness, we opening awareness to the spectrum of me as a human and infinity, and actually they start to synchronize and harmonize. So each aspect of my existence is in synchronicity with the whole creation. It means that it's connected straight to the source and fed and in a way synchronized, yeah, with the source, like atomic clock. Yeah, it's connected to the source. The information comes straight, not through mind, not through the physicality. It comes straight. Okay, and then the highest and highest one is when the mind drops completely, but let's not go there now because I need the mind to continue talking to you. So we need the mind. But just so you know that when you meditate, and I have many meditation on Insight Timer, that I'm guiding to that. So you can follow that and you get it. Okay? So that's what I mean, that this existence of infinite being is crucial for our health and well-being as a human being. Now, not always during the day we have time to sit and to meditate like we're doing today. But just the awareness that I am all there is, even when I do the most physical work, or swimming laps in the pool, or doing whatever I do, already will expand my mind and invite this synchronization between nothing and something, and I'm going to feel better. Okay? But obviously, if you can take some time, ideally in the morning, and invite your system to harmonize like this, you're going to feel amazing through the day. That's my experience for sure. You know, I feel like I'm entering into a washing machine, and I feel so clean. It's unbelievable. Yeah, because every part of the system is synchronizing with the source and losing tension into the source. Then I feel amazing, and you can do it as well. It's not complicated. Okay, let me just see. There's a few more things I want to share with you. Yeah. So what I'd like to share is again something I would say recent, that information that came to me, and I call it my position in the universe, or our position in the universe. So if you can visualize an image that we have from NASA, telescopes of these galaxies, how they spiraling from something to nothing, yeah, or from nothing to something, exactly the same. We are the same, and the density of our existence has to do with the ego, and has to do, of course, with karma. Yeah. So karma is the information that our system holds, and in a way, it's the cause for reincarnation, and it's the density that we are reincarnating as human being. And according to the charge or the weight that the karma has, the density gets stronger and stronger. So if we take this image of the galaxy, yeah, so as, let's say, the karma or the ego identity is more strong, yeah, then the pull into our existence is stronger. This galaxy image of something that's swirling in and out is very useful for the same work we're talking about on synchronization with all there is. But it's bring the same idea, but more on a different experience for me, and a different way of connecting to the same thing. So let's take a minute. I want to guide you, and maybe you can check your position in the creation. Yeah, and the image at work for me is exactly that. Is this something that spirals, not necessarily in the same way as galaxy, but something that as a result of mental conditioning is pulling the life force into something very dense, which is called human being. Yeah, but in the same time, it has soul, has spirit, and has connection with the whole creation. As the mind is more, let's say, crazy, or more separates itself with the creation, which it really cannot do, yeah, but it feels as if it does it, yeah. So the spiral or the location in the creation will be more disturbed. When the mind is more, let's say, enlightened, the light just goes out and in with less disturbance. Okay? So let's check our position in the creation. And I want to invite people that participating, after we do it on ourselves, if you want me to give you an idea, how do I read your energy in the creation, I'm happy to have a go on that. Okay? So first, let's check for ourselves. Ask yourself that kind of spiral or other image that comes to you, how does it feel to me? Yeah. Do I feel a very pulling, or do I feel that I'm relaxed? I'm relaxed, completely, and I allow the life force to come in, to go out completely. Check for yourself. Remember, it's a very living experience. Yeah. Okay. Again, like we practiced earlier, this can be changed. Yes, through meditation, all those things changes because it's only depend on the mind. Yeah, existence equal mind. So when the mind is completely free, yeah, we become enlightened. Yeah, we are not all the time bound to pull our energy into this physical form. So if anyone would like me to get some reading, to do some reading, please go for it. And in the meantime, I want to mention that this talk is donation based, and of course I'll appreciate your donation to feel that we have exchange, because I'm putting all my energy to share with you the knowledge of, I don't know how many, 40 years of practice. So it's important that we have a good exchange here. Okay? But I'm already saying that your very present is already an exchange, because I feel you, that we are together. So if it's okay with you, and give me yes, first I'll do a personal reading, just a general one, to compare it with the infinite reading. Looking at your energy right now, your energy is very, very, very much open above your crown to infinity. Let's say that your upper right side is super, super connected, completely connected. The left side feels a little bit more less defined, and in a way less, as if it's very, very connected, very open, but I don't see it has a strong connection to the body right now. Yes, so it's a little bit evaporated, I would say. Yeah, and I'm not going to talk now of what are the possibilities of that. You did enough work with me and on your own, so you can work with it. Okay, but that's how it looks. So now your position in the universe. So okay, let's look. Okay, so again, I must say that it's super beautiful, extremely beautiful. And if I now, it's very interesting to do first the personal reading and then the position in the universe, because it's quite reflecting one on the other. So if I look at your energy in relationship to the whole creation, so I see that you are completely radiating, beautifully radiating. Yeah, and again, if we're talking left, right, if there is something like this in creation, the left side is radiating completely, but in a way it's not so much connected to your human being existence. Yeah, it's just pure, it's like pure infinity. Yeah, as if you are not there, something like this. Yeah, your right side has a humanness in it. Yeah, and then from there it's also connected. So, but generally, your connection is beautiful. So thank you for being such a shiny star on this planet. Okay. Your personal reading is that I see a strong line dividing in the center of the body between left and right, as if there is some kind of division that is, obviously everything is being placed by the mind. Yeah, so the mind creates some division between left and right, and I feel a bit of sadness in the heart, But the strongest thing is the division that you have in the center of the body between left and right. Just a minute. Of course, we can go deeper, but I don't want to go deeper now. I also don't want to go to what it means. Just a minute. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah. Okay. Now we go to the position in the creation. Yeah, it's clear. Okay, so for you, the left side is similar to Minerva's. Okay, it has a complete connection with the creation. It's beautiful. It's shining completely. Yeah. The right side is a bit more dark, but not dark, I would say negative, nothing like this. It's only a bit dark because it's more charged with the mind, with the challenges that you're facing, that doesn't allow you to incorporate, in a way, your light being completely in the creation. Okay? But that's the journey for all of us. We're all in this. You know, we all need to learn how to let go, and to allow this pure connection with the source. So no worries. Yeah, we are on track. You know, and in a way, the right side can learn from the left. Okay, so there is more density, Sue. The heart chakra is quite heavy and pulling you inward, yeah? As if all your existence is heart chakra, yeah, with heaviness. So my dear, you need to let go. Huh? I say need, I know it's not easy, those things, yes? So it's not that I'm thinking it's easy to do, yeah? But that's the direction for all of us. I need to let go. Because this heaviness in the heart doesn't let you connect to life completely. No matter what, you can always let go. You see, now I feel heavy because I'm completely with you. So okay, so if we're talking about your position in the creation, again, your light is so beautiful, so amazing, you know, so radiant. Yeah, but if the heaviness in the heart is like pulling you, it's making like a, how do you say, a drag in the center, as if the image that comes is a black hole, but it's not a black hole. But this is what comes to me to describe, as if there's beautiful light all around, and then in the center, there is some heaviness that pulling. That's the heart, the heaviness, the emotional heaviness. Okay, so that's what it is. You say, I'm right, thank you, and you say, let go of what? This you should know, my dear. You know, because you should ask yourself, what make you heavy? What make me heavy in my heart? What kind of emotion? What kind of thoughts? And this will help you to know what you need to let go. Of course, I mean, I'm doing private session, and I'm happy to work with anyone, but you can also do this work on your own, but it's helpful to get help. Okay, this is completely different story here. Lynn, you are very shining, very, very shining from the chest, from the heart chakra, out like beautiful, yeah, like fireworks, like wow, very, very, very beautiful. Let's say if we say imbalance is to harmonize more and to earth more the energy. This is the challenge for you, okay? So when we look at your position in the creation, yeah, I see. So it looks like what happened with you is that your lower part of the body is pulling into the upper part, as if your existence, I don't know anything about you, but your existence has a lot to do with spirituality, I believe, and less with earthing. So when you are in the creation, connecting in this way, you feel very, very comfortable, yeah? Yeah, because I see that you're opening to the whole creation, yeah, with beautiful, beautiful opening, but as if the lower part of this opening is not well balanced. So something of connecting more let's say the upper part and the lower part, I believe more the spirituality and the earthling. I believe so. Okay, dear people, thank you so much for participating. And I have a lot of meditation on Insight Timer. You're welcome to check it out and to sign up for the channel on Insight Timer. And if you need any one-to-one consultation, or even just on the chat, anything that you didn't want to share here, or because we don't have time, so there's also chat possibility on the Insight Timer, so you're welcome to send me a message. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful life. Okay, bye-bye.